G'day! In today's video, I'm opening up an Acer A315-32 series. And this particular one, you can either upgrade the RAM, a single slot of RAM, or a 2.5 inch drive. But I want to dig a bit deeper and see if I can put an NVMe SSD in here. As I'm speculating that there may be a slot hidden somewhere on here. Let's say we're to upgrade the RAM, we have the machine turned off. And here I've got 8 gig of DDR4. That should be able to slot in here. You do want to make sure the little notch corresponds to here. Put it in at about a 45-degree angle. Push it in so the gold has disappeared. So you can see it now, see the copper. Push in, push down, and that is the RAM installed there. So that's now 8 gig of RAM in there to go along with the 4 gig of soldered in RAM. This particular one has a Pentium Silver processor in it. It's an N400. So not exactly a powerhouse, but we'll proceed. If I take this one off, that will reveal a 2.5 inch hard drive. Should be able to pull this tab here, disconnects it, that pushes down onto there. And if I snake it around, should hopefully be able to pull this out, like so. And we just have a standard 500 gig drive, if I can find it. There we go, 500 gig. If we were to swap it over, these 4 screws here would come out, put them on the new drive, where you take this little cover off, stops it vibrating, and just holds it into place. Then this bit here should just simply pull out, like so. You can see it matches up there. Push it into the groove, put it in the new drive, push it in, and there we go from there. But the main event that I wanted to open this for, I'll do now, which was taking out all these screws and taking the cover off. And I want to see if there is an NVMe slot on this particular revision of this board. As I have seen, some of these don't have the RAM slot. So Acer definitely specs his Aspire 3 a few different ways. This is from 2019, 2019, so it does have a few years on it already. But let's see if I can get in there. So far, all these screws look to be of the same length, so there's no worry about mixing them up, which is pretty darn handy. Yeah, I'm not sure where the NVMe slot may be, if it will live around here. As I say that, I can see a Wi-Fi card just there. It's not quite what I'm after. There we go. One more down here at the front. There we go. One more at the back. Now I think I've got them all. And if I push here at the front, just push this down and pull the trim up, there we go. There we go. And pull that back a bit. No. I did just spy the NVMe slot. Go. We are in. So from here, that's exactly what I'm looking for, right here, NVMe slot. We do have one battery down here. It was manufactured in 2019-04, and you could potentially replace that if you wanted to. I'll zoom you guys in. I should just be able to pull on these tabs here. Just go on fingernails in and pull down, and from there we can replace the battery. We are a 37 watt hour battery. I have one floating around actually to replace that with. No luck with the replacement battery. If we line this up and push it in, it should go like that, and the battery just kind of sits there. Next up, I want to replace or put in a NVMe drive. Now I'm just going to use an old second-hand Kingston 128 gig. This one here. Otherwise, I'd probably try and put something like that in there. A very budget 512 gig NVMe. Side note, scrap that last bit. I've only been able to get this port here, this M.2, to run with a SATA NVMe, not a PCI NVMe. As we see, we've got serial ATA over here. So sadly, for some reason on the N5000, it will only work with the SATA NVMe, not the typical PCI NVMe. Do note that. Extremely affordable, those ones. But I'm going to go with this one. Pushes in similar to the RAM, folds down, push in so the pins disappear, like that. Should sit flush up here. And that should be able to be screwed in from there. As you can see, this fan is almost utterly pointless. I don't even know what its purpose is, being it's not blowing air on here, it's drawing air through underneath and then pushing it out. So I don't know why, if it was rotated and blasting onto the processor, it would make sense, but for some reason it's not here. If we do damage the charging port, that can be replaced without having to unsolder it. And the Wi-Fi card can be upgraded if you choose to. From here, I'm going to put the bottom cover back on once more. Make a whole bunch of clicking sounds. Kind of putting it over the back and then pulling it forward. That should make some clicking, crunching sounds from there. Okay. Next up, we'll be putting the hard drive back in. Which should start to slot over one side, then push down. And with a bit of luck, that should go in. I'll try it nearest to me first. There we go. Get this side under first. Snake your cable around, and line up the cord above the plug. Push down. Should make a crunch and click in from there. Next up, we want to put the screws in. Now with the screws, you don't have to be too concerned on where they go. For the sake of argument, no, we don't have to be too concerned. There's a couple of screws that do look different. So from here, with all the screws being virtually the same length, there shouldn't be too much concern of where you put them. Just simply put them in, fill all the gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And this one here goes on this cover. This one here goes with this cover. So put them all in and see how you go from there. Anyway, I'm going to catch you guys later, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.